Hi, it's John Kelly. In this module, we are going to discuss contingencies. And as always, we want to be efficient and effective, follow professional standards, and document what we have done properly. Now, there's no actual section in professional standards that talks about the audit of contingencies, but I find having an audit program entitled Contingencies is a useful place to accumulate and document things that relate to contingencies. So here are the list of items that I wish to remind myself about in my contingencies audit program. First thing, it's a good idea to ask management whether or not they're aware of any contingencies of any kind, and then document that in the rep letter. Not a bad idea to look at any confirmations we received this year, if we've requested any, and take a look at last year's file to see if there's any indication of contingencies, just to remind ourselves that perhaps that could be there. The reminder to read the minutes. I always forget to read the minutes, and it's a good thing I've got this checklist, and you want to read the minutes at the end of the audit anyway. But if I wasn't reminded by this contingency section, I would forget to do it, and not very often, but occasionally there are important things that relate to the financial statements in the minutes, and you'd look really silly as an auditor if you hadn't read them and hadn't noticed them, because your client would say, well, didn't you notice that in the minutes? So read the minutes. It's required in 5 or 6 or 10 sections that we should look in the minutes for things. Legal letter, do we need to send a legal letter? Consider whether or not we need to do it, and do things like inspect legal correspondence. Read contracts if we need to, and then note if anything is found and how we have responded to it. So just a useful reminder, catch-all section for a bunch of things that we need to do in the audit that sort of aren't specifically called for in a section in professional standards, but are called for perhaps in many sections. So, thanks for listening.